Welcome back. You are still watching Prime Daybreak on Prime TV, and as we did state earlier before we went for the short break, we are going to be talking to COMACO, and I have now been joined by Rebecca Snyder, Digital Media Manager, and also George Sichinga, who is a Communications Manager from COMACO. Mr. Sichinga and Snyder, thank you very much for making it to Prime Daybreak. Welcome to this interview.
Thank you so much. We're happy to be here.
Let's start with COMACO. What is COMACO?
So COMACO is a social enterprise that supports wildlife conservation and more than 230,000 small-scale farmers in Eastern Province, Muchinga, Central and Southern Province. So we promote agroforestry and as well as conservation farming, maybe just in general to say climate smart agriculture. And we then buy our farmers' crop surplus and turn them into high value food products that we sell across Zambia under the brand It's Wild. So ideally, just in summation, would say COMACO is the company that's behind the brand It's Wild. And the profits that we generate from the sale of It's Wild across Zambia, we channel them back to the communities to reward their compliance to these conservation efforts that we put in place. Yeah, I think that's a summation of what COMACO is.
So, COMACO, are these acronyms? And if so, what do they stand for?
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, so COMACO stands for Community Markets for Conservation. So I think key from that point is the aspect of the community and then the markets as well as the conservation. So we create a market for these farmers that we work with. So we organize them in cooperatives, and then through those cooperatives, that's where we push, we encourage them to engage in agroforestry. So in this agroforestry, we are promoting the use of for them to plant their crops with to use also a special type of tree that is known as Clearsedia sepium, and this helps to regenerate soils as well as boost their production. But ideally, it just makes our products that we eventually make to be more nutritious, to be nutritious, to be healthy, as well as organic. Yeah.
What is your main objective as an organization, COMACO? I know issues of preserving the environment. What do you want to see, let's say, in the next 10 years?
So what we want to see, I like the way you've structured it, because we definitely want to fight to address climate change. But then we also want to see a healthy population. We want to see a healthy Zambian to be out there. So when you look at all our products, we don't use any chemical fertilizers to produce them, because we feel that chemical fertilizers in the long run have certain effects that they have on the person's health. So for us, what we want to see is a healthy population, and that's why we are doing a lot of these things that we are doing. And of course, realizing that we are a Zambian brand, and so we feel that we are taking a step to be in the forefront to ensure that we participate in addressing some of these issues that concern Zambians.
How many farmers are you working with, and where in Zambia are you, what's your catchment like?
So we work with now we have more than 230,000 small-scale farmers. And we work in Eastern Province, we work in Central Province and Muchinga, and then we've also scaled to work in Oxo Central, and then we also work in Southern Province. So 4 provinces. Yeah.
Are there any specific crops that you are encouraging as COMACO for farmers to engage in?
Yes, so legume crops like groundnuts and soybeans, and I think pretty much that, right?
Yeah, and cowpeas are another big legume that we've started to promote.
Oh, okay. So you said you do, you are the company that is behind the brand It's Wild. Yes. What are some of these products that you produce?
So some of the products that we produce are the It's Wild honey. I think some of the viewers have probably seen them in most of the leading supermarkets in Zambia. So we have the It's Wild honey, we have the It's Wild chama rice, we have the It's Wild peanut butter, we have the yummy soy, we have some dried mushrooms, and of course It's Wild kablangeti beans. But I think what's even more interesting for us is the fact that come 1st October, this Saturday, we are launching a new It's Wild product. And I think for that, I'll probably ask Rebecca to say a little bit more about that particular product that we'll be launching come this Saturday at the African Food Festival.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're really excited, as George has talked about. Right now we've got over 20 It's Wild products on the market. And this Saturday at the African Food Festival that's being held at the Showgrounds from 12 to 21, we're launching a brand new product that, you know, our team has been developing for quite some time, and we're really excited to kind of share it with the public and get to see the impact that it's going to have on, you know, people's health across Zambia.
Now let's talk about the food festival that will be held this Saturday. What is expected to be at that particular event?
Yeah, so at the event, they have over 60 vendors coming and over 30 African countries represented in food. And, you know, as It's Wild and COMACO being such a Zambian brand, we've come on board as this year's gold sponsor to address, you know, health and products in Zambia, and then, as I mentioned, the launch of our new product. And then from us as It's Wild, people will be able to come and sample our new product. We've got another product in the works that we want people to come check out.
So that tells you that the amount of effort and importance that we attach to making sure that we play a role in agriculture, we play a role in food, is actually being recognized. So by coming through to the African Food Festival, you're actually supporting Zambian initiatives, and we are happy and proud to be part of that event. Yeah.
Rebecca, as we come to the end of this interview, what are your concluding remarks?
Yeah, as I mentioned, you know, our team has been working really hard on this product, and we are so excited to be able to launch it with everyone, and we're looking forward to everybody kind of coming out and celebrating this with us.
Rebecca and George, thank you very much for making it to Prime Daybreak. We really appreciate your presence, and wishing you all the best with the festival that is coming.
Thank you so much for inviting us. We're happy to be here.
We have been talking to Rebecca Snyder and George Sichinga from COMACO, who were just discussing with us what COMACO is, and of course the event that is coming through this Saturday. So if you have some time, remember it will be at the Showgrounds. You can pass through and see what will be happening there. So on that note, we take another short break, and when we come back, we continue with the program.